finally back with another video. After the update video,
we are going to be doing not updated, but a new DVD haul video because we got so many new movies, or not new movies, but we got more DVDs.
And then also we cleaned out our garage and our garage. Sorry we say it that way, but we found a whole box of VHS tapes and then some DVDs that were in there
that we didn't get to when we did move a while.
So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do our our DVDs first, then we'll go to the VHS. So yeah, we'll just get started. So here, I think we'll do this one first.
They're not in any particular order because we just
we're just gonna do a continuation. Like we didn't split it up like we did last time
into like genres.
We're just gonna do the rest because we have like maybe 20 DVDs and then maybe like 30 VHSs. So there's no reason to. So we could just start with these two, I guess,
that
which is what we mentioned.
Hidden away in
the borrowers.
So, but yeah, I guess we can talk about the Swan Princess first because like she's one of the, obviously she's not a Disney princess. Everybody knows this movie, I'm sure. Princess Odette. And we actually, when we were kids, we actually really loved this movie.
Yeah.
And it was one of our favorite princesses, Odette. So,
but there's a part two, and we never watched that as a kid.
We only watched the first one.
So when we got the DVD, we watched it, and
it's not. The first one is
bad. Like they, I think that's when they started doing like computer genetics, and it was bad. Like, so they didn't know the 3D yet. But this is the borrowers. We loved this movie as a kid. And if you guys didn't know, in the first one, Draco Malfoy, which is Tom Felton, plays the little brother. Which we think about this movie is we would always dream of being a borrower. And what we mean by that is being little people. And every time we would see puddles with rocks around it
and like little grasses coming out of it,
we'd be like, oh, I wish I was a borrower. But then we could have like went and played in there.
Or like, you know how like when it's raining and the water is flowing on the streets to go to the drainage, we're always like, that wouldn't be good for a borrower right now.
Or like if we were like scared or something, like if we would watch like movies where people like would break into your house. We're like, if we were a borrower,
you know.
Yeah, but this is the movie. It's really good. The first one's really good. The second one we actually never watched. Just to be honest, we only watched the first one. And since we've gotten the DVD, we have never watched the second one.
We got this DVD a long time ago. And we were like jackpot because we found this at the grocery store. Yeah. So we're just like, oh my god, we would never find this anywhere else. We're gonna get it.
And that little boy right there, that's Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy. But yeah, we loved this movie when we were kids. So this is a good buy if you guys find it.
If you've never watched The Borrowers, it's a fun movie to watch.
I guess
the main cute boyfriend guy, he's cute.
Yeah.
We have a crush on him.
Okay, so the next one is this 3 and then Casper. We can talk about Casper first.
So Casper, I think everybody knows this movie. Of course, it's like one of the main Halloween holiday movies. We love Casper growing up. This is one of our favorite movies. One also being that Devon Sawa is in this movie, and he was one of our first childhood crushes. So this is the first one.
And if you guys don't know, he's in Final Destination. If you guys ever saw, and it's so crazy because we watched Final Destination when we were like more of adult kids, and we were like, he looks so familiar, and it turns out it was in Casper.
And he's also in The Little Giants, which we love that movie, which we still need to get.
But because
he was one of our first crushes.
There was like no internet, like we told you guys, or like internet, it was only for like people who went to college and like business people. So we couldn't search like, oh, who's that guy and stuff like that. That he's so cute. Like there was no IMDb and stuff back then. So we would just have to sit there and be like, oh, who is that guy? I'm kind of like James Franco. After we watched Whatever It Takes, we were like, who is that guy? For the longest time, we didn't know who he was until Spider-Man came out. And we're like, that's the guy that we think is cute. And it turned out it was
him. This is a must watch for all the people who's never watched it. So. Oh, and we also watch Casper Meets Wendy, which Hilary Duff is in.
It was Hilary Duff. We actually liked that one a lot. Too. But we never found the DVD of it. We did watch the other ones, but we didn't really like those ones. This was always the one we liked, and then the Wendy Meets Casper one. But yeah. And then this one is the next one, which we showed you guys in our other one, I remember. But we told you guys we like having all the DVDs because it was like a good set. So when we actually kind of wasted some money, but they're all $5 each, so it's like it's nothing.
It's because they were on sale.
Yeah, it was on sale. But this is when we bought the all 3 one, and we took out the cover.
Yeah.
But this is when we got all. But if you guys don't know, we took out the Sinbad one because we made its own DVD.
But giving it its own.
So we got 2 DVDs of El Dorado and Joseph. So we have 2 extras.
Yeah, so we put it into this free DVD box.
Because no, that's what I forgot. We bought El Dorado and Joseph already, but we didn't have Sinbad
on DVD.
So we're like, we need to get Sinbad, which you guys will see our VHS of it. We wanted Sinbad, so we just rebought it again for Sinbad. That's why we took the cover.
Yeah.
But
because we love Sinbad, which I guess we'll talk about it here. Sinbad, when we first got it on VHS, it was like one of our favorite. We watched it over and over and over again.
Oh, I guess we'll find it.
It's in a bag, so it's like we have to rummage through it. But we do have that on VHS, and I remember we watched it over and over again. That's like actually now we watch it so much that we haven't been able to watch it again.
But we love it. If you guys don't know, Brad Pitt was the voice for the guy, and then for the girl was Catherine Zeta-Jones, I think.
Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I actually made a character named Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It's like a parody character.
So that's why
we mix it up.
Yeah, but this is the movie.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer plays the evil
goddess.
I totally forgot her name. But Chaos, the goddess of chaos. But yeah, all 3 good. I know we're just talking about Sinbad, but all 3 of this is good.
It's a must watch.
And then the next ones are, I guess we could just show all 4 of them.
Yeah, all 4 of these.
Is these 4. So the Croods, Flintstones,
the Boxtrolls, and the Dinosaur.
Okay, let's talk about the dinosaurs first.
This movie, we do
have VHS
on this too. And we've been looking for this for so long. We
finally found it at the grocery store.
Oh yeah, the grocery store.
Yeah.
And
$3,
I think. And so we actually love dinosaur movies. So we love this movie. We love We're Back. Of course, the famous The Land Before Time. We love have that. We love dinosaur related things like Ice Age and stuff. You know, I know Ice Age isn't dinosaurs, but you know, it's kind of during that time. Yeah. So, but if you haven't watched it, I remember this is a good movie. Yeah.
It's a little bit more serious than like your average kid that Land Before Time
Ice Age kind of thing.
But it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. So if you haven't watched this, because I know this isn't one of the popular films, this is a good film.
Yeah. And then the next movie is the Flintstones, which you guys probably know from the show. We love the show.
We love the show.
We grew up watching it. Our dad always watched this, and that's why we watch, because it's a 50s show. Again, this fell out.
Yeah.
Here. We're not trying to claim Flintstones, but it's it's
part of our childhood too.
Because it still played into our time. But these movies definitely came out during our childhood time, and I remember we loved this movie.
Both of them,
and we were so lucky to find both. It was a 2 DVD parter, and we love both the movies.
If you haven't watched it, you should totally watch it, because usually when they make live actions of cartoons, shows, or movies, it's like okay, but they did a really good job with these 2, and both parts were good.
Yeah, and they didn't try to like futurize it. They're like, okay, this is what they did in the show. Let's like bring rocks, bring dinosaurs.
Even though you can tell they're fake rocks, but it's fun to watch. They did a good job.
Yeah.
So.
And even though they were like old people acting, because nowadays nobody likes watching old people. Dust.
Yeah.
It was still fun to watch, and that's how it was back in the day.
Like, and then also just for anybody who doesn't know, Rick Moranis was in the first one, but he didn't play in the second one.
It was Baldwin.
Who played it.
One of the Baldwins.
Yeah.
So we don't know which one.
Yeah.
But it's not the Beetlejuice Baldwin.
Yeah, it's Alec. It's not Alec Baldwin. It's his brother.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Oh, and Halle Berry.
Halle Berry was also in it.
Yeah.
So,
and
yeah. If you haven't watched it, we would say it's a must watch. You should watch it. It's really good movies. So.
And then the next one, I guess we'll talk about Boxtrolls. So this is a newer movie that we watched. Not recently. We watched maybe like 2-3 years ago. And I remember because at first when we saw when it first came out, we're like, oh, that seems so stupid. Like, whatever. But then it played on TV. And we're like,
just watch
nothing's
it.
on. Let's just watch it. Because we're still one of those people who have cable. And we watched it and we
fell in love. We were like, we need to find the movie.
We need to find the DVD.
And we found it at Walmart.
Yeah, we found it at Walmart for the longest time.
I think it was $3.
No, I think it was 12.
Oh, 12.
Yeah, I think this one was in the window because they put everything behind mirrors now. And we're like, but we need it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was 5. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was 5. But we love this movie. It's actually really good. And we always, because we get our nose and cheeks get red really easily. Like really easily. Mostly our nose.
And it's not like we're blushing or anything.
Yeah, it's just when we're hot. Or when it's cold. So when we're hot, our cheeks get really pink. But when we're cold, our nose. And so the bad guy in villain is called Frou Frou. And we'd always, I look like Frou Frou right now. But we actually love Frou Frou.
We don't think that even though Frou Frou is a villain, we're like, she's not as villainous as like, normal villains.
Yeah, but there's this dance that he does. We can't tell you, but it's like... we do it all the time.
We do it all the time. We just do it.
Yeah, we just always just do it. And then the next last movie, the set right now is the Croods, which is the same thing as Boxtrolls. I remember when we first saw it, we're like, ew, that seems so boring. And I remember it being so popular at the time too. Like it was like a huge movie. Ew. But we're like, why? Like that seems so dumb. She one day was like, because I was like, I don't know where I was. Maybe in the bathroom or whatever, but I came back. She was like, oh yeah, I'm watching the movie The Croods right now, and it's actually not that bad. And I was like, what? And then I came, and I was only like maybe 10 minutes late, and I loved it. And we only watched it once so far, but we fell in love. And it was like fate, because right when we went to Target, they had it,
and it was $5.
Yeah, but we never watched the second one yet. And we loved the tiger. I was like so sad. Like I was just like, this is such a good movie.
And Nicolas Cage voices the dad. Amazing. He did such an amazing job.
And we love Nicolas Cage. We've always been a fan of him, which we'll show you a movie. We don't have a lot of his movies, but we love him.
He's one of our favorite actors.
Yeah, one of our favorite actors. He played in, which we need his movie Gone in 60 Seconds, and I think that was like one of the first movies we watched of his.
No, the very first movie was City of Angels.
Oh yeah, City of Angels.
That was the first movie.
But I remember Gone in 60 Seconds was like such a cool movie. We're like, we want to be like Nick Cage. But he voices the dad, and then Emma Stone voices her.
Yeah.
And I forgot who played him.
Oh, wasn't it Chris Pine?
Was it? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They don't put the name, so I can't even tell you guys.
Yeah.
But
it turned out to be a good movie. Bad judgment on
yeah, but if you guys haven't watched and you guys are like us and like, ew, it actually is a good movie. This and Boxtrolls. And so let's move on to this set. We'll do this one here.
Yeah.
So let's do these. I don't know if we did Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
I just saw it in the set. If we didn't, I don't know, but we did. I don't remember, but I just saw it in the pile.
Yeah.
But this is a great movie. I think we said it before.
One of the first few films that we saw in theater.
Yeah, we got to watch this in theater.
We don't go to the theater a lot, mostly growing up. So this was one of the few films that we actually did get to watch in theater.
Because most of you guys probably can't even count how many times you've been to the movie theater.
We can count how many times.
I think we went to the movies 25 times.
25 times. We can name every single
25. We can name every single movie.
And this was one of them.
This was one of them. This is one of the first ones. And it was so cool. We came out. That and Spy Kids. We came out like wanting to run on walls.
Exactly.
But yeah, and we actually just recently watched the new version
with Kristen Stewart.
And everybody thought it was stupid, but we actually thought it was cute. Okay. And I'm kind of sad because all the girls actually did a good job. So it's sad that like nobody liked it, and I guess it's not going to be made anymore. But here, we love this movie. If you haven't watched these ones yet, it's really good.
If you haven't watched it.
So, but I don't know if we talked about it. So, but if we didn't,
we love that movie. So, and of course, Drew Barrymore, she's one of our favorite actors.
Oh yeah, we mentioned that.
We mentioned that before.
Lucy Liu, which is
Cameron
like
Diaz.
one of the first Asians that we saw at our time. She's cool. So,
Charlie's Angels. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the movie.
Yeah.
So, but next movie is I'll Be Home for Christmas. We saw this at the grocery store. We're like, we have to get it
because I think we mentioned it before, but Jonathan Taylor Thomas
He was one of our biggest crushes when we were growing up. He was on Home Improvement,
which we would force ourselves to watch
for him.
But my dad did like the show, but we, you could leave. Like, we didn't have to sit there.
But we watched it for him.
For him.
And like, fun fact for all the people who don't know, he's the voice of young Simba talking, not the singing.
Not the singing. Because if you got the singing voice is
Jason.
No, I forgot his real name, but his name is Marcus, and he was in the show
Smart Guy. And we had the biggest crush on him too.
Marcus.
Which he was also played young Michael Jackson in the American Dream.
Jackson 5, The American Dream. But yeah, he does the singing voice of Simba. He does the talking voice of young
Simba.
And but for him, he was in, if you guys don't know, it's called The Smart Guy. It was an old Disney Channel show with Taj Mahal, and he was his older brother, and he was so cute.
We had the
biggest crush on him.
I guess you could say we had the biggest crush on young Lion King.
Yeah,
on Simba.
On both the singing and the talking one. But yeah, we had a big crush on him, and Jessica Biel is also in this movie. This movie is like an okay movie. Like, it's fun to watch, but I feel like I don't know, maybe kids wouldn't like it. Maybe teenagers would like it, but kids would probably be bored. But I don't know. We like it because of him.
Because he was in it.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, you should try watching it.
Yeah, you should try watching it. And then the next two is Bedtime Stories.
And a very Brady sequel.
Which we'll talk about
this. Let's talk about this first. So you guys know, if you guys already saw our other DVD videos, we actually have the first one. We love the Brady Bunch.
We finally found this again at the grocery store. Which we find like all the DVDs now at grocery stores because like we told you, like there's no more Fry's Electric. It's closed down. Walmart and Target doesn't even sell movies
anymore.
They
have it, but they don't have a lot of options.
They only have the new stuff now. They don't have old stuff. So we actually had to find this at our local grocery store.
You guys remember, we love the Brady because we have the first one and we talked about it already. We love the Brady Bunch. So of course, and this isn't if you guys never watched the movies, this isn't the real cast.
Yeah,
this is a parody movie of
making fun of the Brady Bunch. It's not making fun because the original cast is come in. Yeah. So it's like it's fun.
They're in on it. They're making fun of themselves basically.
Yeah. You guys need to watch that. And you guys watch both.
Yeah, watch both.
If you guys can find both, you should watch both. And then Bedtime Stories, another Adam Sandler movie.
You guys know we love Adam Sandler.
And we saw this and we just had to buy it because
we actually like this movie. Yeah, because I know this isn't one of his popular movies.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, that's the storyline seems so lame. But then when we finally watch it, we're like, oh, it's such a good movie. If we can find the DVD, that would be great. And then we found it.
I like this over Pixels. I think that Pixels is one of his movies where we're like,
I didn't like. Yeah.
But this movie is watchable.
Yeah,
definitely.
this movie is watchable. So
and it has,
it's funny parts like the bad guy. He's funny.
Yeah.
Like I remember he's been in some movies, but yeah, Carrie Russell's also in this, and
Monica Geller.
Yeah, Monica.
Courtney Cox is also in this.
Yeah, in this. Yeah. And the British guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was.
Let's see if they have the name.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, Carrie Russell. Oh, Russell Brand.
Yeah, Russell Brand.
Oh, Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce is the bad guy.
Yeah, and also funny. Russell Brand is in it as well.
But we recommend. Yeah, we highly recommend. I feel like we talked about this too because this is not new. So we got this already, but I think it's because we watched it together again.
I think we watched this and then we were like, oh, let's watch this again. Because like I don't know if we mentioned, but Anna Faris is also one of the few not new actors, but one of our few favorite actors as well. So
yeah. But this movie, we know we just got this. But we, as you can see, the dust.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, we just watched this like maybe 2 years ago, or maybe whenever it came out.
Yeah.
Whenever it came out on TV, and we were like, oh, let's just watch it. It's Anna Faris, and it is a good movie. We want to watch the old one with Goldie Hawn and her husband.
Yeah.
But this is actually a really good movie. I really recommend
because this I know that it wasn't that big actually. So, but this is actually a really good movie.
Yeah,
and it's very fun, light, and
happy family movie,
romantic. So,
and we love Anna Faris. We saw a scary movie set. And we were so tempted to buy it, but we're like, but it's on TV all the time.
Like scary movies on TV all the time.
So we didn't buy it. But what we do need to get is we have House Bunny. No, we never have. Hot Chick.
Yeah,
we need to get House Bunny. We really need to get that movie. We love that movie. There's that line. Oh, instead of the mahi mahi, can I just have the one mahi? We would always say that. But that's from the House Bunny, and we need to get that movie. But this is What's Your Number, which I know we talked about.
I know we talked about this.
Yeah.
Because we watched it already.
We love this movie. I think we said, we just rewatched it. And I remember she said
I didn't like it. But after rewatching it, I think it's because the first time I watched it, I didn't really pay attention. So the second time around, when I did actually like pay attention fully, it's such a great, it's so fun. My favorite scene turned out to be the scene where she kept changing her accent and then it randomly disappeared.
Yeah, I think I said that in the first video.
But it's a funny movie. I misjudged it the first time because I didn't fully pay attention. But if you haven't watched any of these two, you should totally watch it. Great ones.
Did we talk about Anastasia?
I think we did talk about Anastasia.
Why? I think we just recently
watched it again because we did just recently watched it again because the story of the real Anastasia and her family popped up on our YouTube feed. So we're just like, let's just watch the movie again because we haven't watched it in so long. And that's why I did the pilot.
But yeah, we watched the documentary of the real story of Anastasia, and it was so sad.
And I remember just being like,
I was actually sad
for a couple of days just thinking about like the true story of Anastasia and her life. I mean, what happened to her family.
Like we watched like 4 documentaries.
We kept like trying to find new documentaries and reading,
and
about
not like
them.
the movie, so this is totally kidified. But like we mentioned, it's a good movie.
One of our favorites for growing up was Anastasia.
So we'll talk about these. So the next one is Nacho Libre and
Braveheart.
This movie we actually just bought, but we watched this movie a long time ago. I actually watched this when I was in my Spanish class,
in high school.
I just thought it was so funny. And I remember I watched it, but she didn't watch it.
I never watched it.
But I remember when it was coming out, we thought it was stupid.
Yeah,
like, ew, stupid.
And I guess like the trailers didn't fully tell what the movie was about because I always thought it was about something else. So when we actually there's nothing on TV, let's just watch it.
There was nothing on TV, and I said to her, it's actually a really good movie, do you want to watch it? And she's like, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it turned out so funny, and we're like,
I love it.
Whenever we find it, we need to get it.
Which we found this at the
grocery store. Yeah, we just found it.
We just found it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we need to get it because
But if you guys haven't watched it, it's a good movie.
It's so funny.
It's happy. It's a good kid family movie.
Because I think I remember my dad thought it being funny too.
My family watched it together.
So like there's that part where he's like I forgot what his name was in the movie, but Ignacio, what happened to your clothes? And then he goes, I had to throw it out because it was
stinky.
that scene always makes us laugh.
Yeah.
But then there's Braveheart.
I think we mentioned before that we wanted this movie, but we didn't. When they had it with Gladiator, we chose not to buy it. But we were so lucky because when we went to the store, they finally had it, and they had it by itself. Because we told you whenever we saw it with Gladiator, and we were like, we have Gladiator, and then we would push it aside for another DVD, and then we'd regret it. We'd be like, we should have just got it because we like Braveheart, and then we finally went to the store and we found it by itself.
Which also, this is one of the movies with one of the best soundtracks by
James Horner,
which is our favorite.
Passed away already, 5 or 6 years ago. But he's one of our favorite composers. Because if you guys didn't know, he also composed for Titanic. And actually, both Titanic and Braveheart is 2 of our favorite soundtracks for movies. So but
I remember when I first watched it, because I actually only watched it once, which was the time where she told me to watch it because she watched it in school too.
I watched it in my film class.
And then when it was on TV, she was like, you should totally watch it. It was a good movie. And I do. I loved it.
If you guys haven't watched it, you guys should watch it. I watched it, remember, in my films class, and I was like, oh, I love that movie.
Good movie.
And we have to buy it. And then we finally found it.